Hello my fellow homies and chick homies, today your boy got a little frisky, if you know what I mean. I was cruising around, doing my thing, when I stumbled upon this abandoned house. And let me tell ya, it was a straight up sight for sore eyes, and not in a good way. I'm talking broken windows, unclosed doors, the whole shebang. It looked like it hadn't been touched in years, like something straight out a horror flick. But you know me, I can't stand seeing atrocities like that just sitting there, so I decided to take matters into my own hands. I snuck in like a ninja on a mission, whippersnipper in hand, ready to hustle that grass into oblivion. Ain't no way I was letting that mess continue to fester, no sir. Now, I ain't gonna lie, there was a moment there where I thought maybe a meth addict was holed up in there, but I ain't one to back down from a challenge. So I took my chances and got to work, slicing and dicing like there was no tomorrow. Let me tell you about this wild scene I stumbled upon. The grass and weeds here were straight up overgrown like hell, I'm talking jungle status, fam. It needed a serious transformation, and your boy Henry was about to bring the heat. Now, when I started whipping them weeds, I ain't gonna front, I felt like this thing was gonna take forever. I'm talking hours of blood, sweat, and tears just to make a dent. But let me tell you something, I had the persistence to overcome it, just like Yuji when he summoned Exodia to beat Seto Kaiba. I dug deep, tapped into that inner strength, and went to work like a man possessed. Every weed, every blade of grass, I was talking 'em down one by one. Ain't no stopping me when I'm on a mission, you feel me? So, let's keep it real for a sec. I know this clip might seem like it's all just weed and grass cutting, and trust me, I feel you. This property was huge, and them weeds and grass were popping up everywhere like a gay man at Mardi Gras. It was a whole vibe of tediousness and repetition, but hey, that's just the way the game goes sometimes. But listen, I'm out here hustling to get that bread and cheddar, you feel me? Ain't nobody gonna hand it to me on a silver platter. Nah, I gotta grind, put in that work, and make it happen. So please, don't hate the player, hate the game. I'm just out here doing what I gotta do to make ends meet, to keep the dream alive. And I appreciate y'all sticking with me through the grind, even when it gets repetitive. As you can see, I'm out here binning up all this grass, but hold up a sec, Henry, where you gonna dispose of all this mess? Well, I'm sure some of y'all were expecting me to drop some cash to get it properly disposed of, but nah, that ain't how it's going down. You see, this here's an abandoned house, or at least it used to be. Might have a couple of meth heads crash in here from time to time, but that ain't my problem. So, instead of dropping dollars I don't have on a property I don't own, I'm just tossing it in a pile out front that I conveniently planned out. Hell no, I ain't about to let these pennies slip out of my pocket for someone else's mess. Nah, I got better things to spend my hard-earned cash on. Plus, it's all about that kindness of my heart, you know? Doing what needs to be done without breaking the bank. So there you have it, folks. Another day, another mess cleaned up, Henry style. You might be wondering, why am I out here trimming this grass down so low when I could just roll in with a lawnmower and get the job done quick? Well, let me drop some knowledge on you real quick. First off, let's talk about them laborers next door. They're out there doing some nasty construction work, and you know what that means. Bolts, metal scraps, you name it, flying around like nobody's business. Now, I don't know about you, but I ain't trying to turn my lawnmower into a wrecking ball. So, I'm keeping that grass low to the ground to avoid any potential disasters. And secondly, let's talk about my lawnmower. Now, don't get me wrong, she's a beauty, but she's what you might call mid-range. And when you got grass as tall as Yao Ming, that blade might just stall out on you. So, I'm playing it safe, talking that grass down a notch so my mower can handle the load without breaking a sweat. You feel me? You get in where I'm coming from? Give me a nod if you're tracking with me on this dilemma. I gotta share the story about me mowing this joint, right? So, there's this chair just chillin' over there, looking all fancy and whatnot. When I first saw it covered with weeds so high with the little piece of wood sticking out. Now, me being the dummy that I am, I thought that dang thing was some kind of bird feeder or some fancy ass ornament, you know what I'm sayin'? So, I start trimmin' around that chair like I'm sculpting a dang masterpiece. I'm talking careful precision, talking way too damn long just to make sure I don't mess up that ornament. Man, was I stupid for spending so much time on it? It's like when you're listening to a woman blabber on about nothing just cause you're hoping for a little kiss on the cheek, you feel me? Anyway, I'm sure you boys out there have been through something similar, right? Dealing with that frustration, wasting time on stuff that don't even matter. But hey, that's life, I guess. You see me out here, cleaning up this place like I'm in some kinda movie, feeling like I'm 30 years a slave, staring down Lupita Nyong'o. But yo, let's keep it real, I might be a little delusional cause last time I checked, I ain't exactly the same race as them black folks, and I'll admit, I've only seen that movie once. But hey, a brother can dream, right? And ain't no harm in imagining yourself as the hero of your own story, even if it's just mowing lawns. So, here I am, hustling like there's no tomorrow, channeling my inner Lupita, and getting this joint looking fresh to death. It's all about the mindset, my friends, and right now, I'm feeling like the star of my own epic tale. Now that most of the mess has been pushed aside, it's time to mow down this joint. Like I said before, this ain't just about making it look good, it's about safety, protecting myself, and my trusty mower. Self-love for the body and the machine, you feel me? Karma's gonna reward you for that kind of respect. But let me tell you, getting this lawn in shape got me sweating bullets. Right now, I'm just itching to wrap this up, snap a few photos for the gram, and keep it moving. Ain't no time to waste when there's work to be done and a hustle to keep on. I almost forgot to tell y'all about this crazy story that just popped back into my head. So, I was chatting it up with the neighbor, right? Cool dude, super friendly, but let's just say he's carrying a little extra weight and could use some cardio in his life, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, this neighbor tells me that this property has been abandoned for years, nobody's lived in there since who knows when. Can you believe that? It's been sitting there, all neglected and lonely, just waiting for someone like me to come along and show it some love. But here's the kicker, this neighbor, he's like the Og of lawn care, straight up legend in the game. He starts dropping knowledge bombs on me, offering tips and tool advice like it's nobody's business. I'm talking straight fire, my man was spitting some wisdom that had me nodding my head like I was in church. Mad love to him, even though I didn't catch his name. Hope he shaves off 10 to 15 pounds before I see him again, though, cause a healthy neighbor is a happy neighbor, am I right? Let's talk real talk for a sec. Lawn mowing, yeah, it can be repetitive, it can be tedious, but you know what? It's kinda therapeutic, hear me out. Now, I don't know what kind of pleasure you get out of watching me hustle that grass into oblivion or listening to my admirable rants, but let me tell you, when I'm down there, deep in the grass, with my mower pulverizing it like there's no tomorrow, I feel a huge sense of joy, man. Maybe it's just something intrinsic in us males, you know? Watching things getting destroyed, ripped up, it's like a primal instinct or something. But hey, that's just me. I'm a man's man, an icon of true masculinity, and you best not forget it. So next time you see me out there, tearing up that lawn, just remember, it's more than just a chore. It's therapy, it's meditation, it's a man doing what he was born to do. Big shout out to all y'all for watching my lawn transformation video. I hope y'all enjoyed watching your boy Henry do his thing, hustling that grass into shape like a boss. Now, before you bounce, make sure to show some love, you feel me? Smack that like button with that pimp hand of yours, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my future lawn shenanigans.